for the week of November 16th. Let's take a look and see what Virgo energy is looking like for this week. Last one of the day, 3 at a time. I'm getting there. Let's just see if we can get them all done in a week this time. Pray for karma. All right, one good shuffle. So let's take a look at the Dragon deck and see what your general spread is for Virgo. Keep Virgo in the front of my mind here. One more shuffle. Doesn't matter how many times I shuffle because we're working along the signs congruently. They always end up popping up with a lot of similarities because it's all the same energy astrologically. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, Strength, Six of Wands. You have a similar card, I think it was Leo that had, maybe it was Cancer that had the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks to us a little bit about having that energy of being exposed or people noticing you, or maybe even feeling as if others might be criticizing you. I know we have a lot of family entanglements and conversations that go on around this time of year, and we can't, sometimes that can be the source of it. And we are worried, some of us here in Virgo territory are worried about a family fight or a fight in general with someone that's brewing. I can tell you though that there is a lot of Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy. These two together tell me that you're being very direct and forward, trying to manage situations before they get out of control. The Knight of Cups is in play, and that's talking to us about your emotions being on the surface of your conversation, that even though you're articulating right, it's like this close to not being as articulate as you'd like to be, maybe losing your temper a little bit. But those are just very mild energies. Those are very small compared to the rest of abundance that's going on for you. So let's just get that out of the way. The next thing that I'm seeing for you, you have Emperor energy, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun card. We have the Page of Wands, education, learning new things. The Two of Coins, which is a job offer or opportunity. We have the Lovers and the Strength card. These are all amazing cards. You have the Six of Wands, which is victory. The Six of Wands has to do with money. This is something that's coming up. Something that's been held back from you is coming forward. The Six of Wands talks about a gift of money coming your way. Now, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is one of those energies that comes in and tells us that we opt to operate from a place of wisdom. And it's no longer just as easy for us to blow things off. So wisdom is the key here. Being able to take past experience, past trauma, past knowledge, and being able to utilize that to make better decisions in the future. I can tell you that seasons are changing for you right now. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks to us about time. Not only time as in fate, most people assume that this card indicates a representation of fate or something that was destined to happen or supposed to. Sometimes this card just references it was all in due time, or that we have to wait for time to be a factor or have some patience with things that are about to unlock. I'm curious what kinds of classes that Virgo has chosen to take on for themselves. This isn't a college degree. Maybe it is a college degree where you only need a small class to complete it, or there's just some small measure to finish. But this card, usually the Page of Wands, if you look, it's got the pyramids in the background and the book of knowledge right here. And what that tells us is that you're going to be taking on some education. Now, whether that's a mentorship or whether you're going to be spending time with a online class, etc. That's what I'm seeing. Here's the Page of Wands is learning. So this is a learning phase for you. And with the Two of Coins, some of you who are unemployed or looking to change jobs, this Two of Coins tells us that these job changes are on the table, that you might have some opportunities coming up for you to shift lanes a little bit and go do something different or new. You're getting a similar theme as Cancer and Leo, which is the overwhelm. Just a little bit on your plate, not completely to the point of anxiety and losing your grip here, but mostly just feeling as if there's some heavy energy of, you got a lot on your plate and you want to be respectful of that and make sure that it flows just how it's supposed to. You're coming into a beautiful phase of mastery right now with the Sun card and the Emperor. The Emperor is all about control. The Emperor is all about taking leadership, right? The leader that we want to follow, and one that doesn't take advice, information, or really has this pure focus of what it is they want to accomplish. And in order to obtain the most, right, we have to have that clear focus. We have to have an absolute, undeniable conviction of the thing that it is we want to do. And that's how we lead, is because this I know, this one I get, right? You get me in a kitchen and it's the same way. Move out of my way, let me show you. Because that's my mastery, right? I know how to get in the kitchen and I know how to make things happen and get organized. So what is it that you know that you know that you know. Because right here, this tells us that you're going to be moving into phases of mastery and liberty and leadership. The Sun card talks to us about celebration as well. The only thing that's negative here is physical fatigue. You might be putting too much on your plate, but it's not something you can't handle, and you're well aware walking into it what this is going to look like. So I would say that even though you're worried about a fight curving around, it might orbit you and not ever settle. I'm just seeing that you are very aware of the dynamics of individuals and their personalities around you. And it's indicated here by the Lovers card. So the Lovers card, what I call the Great Tango. Two energies that can't get quite together. They just kind of cycle and orbit around one another and affect one another. Yet sometimes it's just this back and forth that can be a little bit exhausting. Let's pull some cards for you from Mystic Dreamer. Is that right? Yes, Mystic Dreamer. For your moon reading. I try to mention the cards because, you know, copyright. All right, here we go, kids. This is Libra moon reading. If you want to get a reading and look at the situation that's going on with you personally, please hit me up, karmaondeck.com. I teach tarot. If you want some spiritual mentorship to learn how to do that meditation and make it more effective for you, please look into my spiritual mentorship and coaching. Yeah. I would also love your company on my YouTube, where you can see the picture-in-picture for those of you on my Facebook and my Instagram. These readings are all listed on my YouTube so that you are able to catch the reminders and see them a little bit more in real time for you instead of just as on the fly as they go. So please come to my YouTube. I would love you there. All right, Libra moon, Virgo moon. So ultimately, Virgo is really sick and tired of drama. I can tell you have 3 or 4 cards for drama. Number 1, you have this overwhelm or too many different sources of drama. We have days of our lives where it's like, I'm just going to walk away from this situation. We have the 9 of Swords. Sometimes when it comes up, you sit and overanalyze it to the point where you're like, what did I do? What could I do? What did they do? And trying to fix it. Are you getting any sleep? That's the question that I have for Virgo right now. Do you have insomnia? Because this is something about disturbances, sleep disturbances. We have the Death card. So I feel as if Virgo has gone through a period of transformation recently and they're starting to have things settle. And I'm seeing this go forward with the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords talks about things getting easier, coming out of the rapids now so you can take a break. I do have the King of Cups, Strength card, and the Magician. With that combination, I would hazard a guess that you are really being challenged when it comes to using wisdom and how to deal with individuals in your environment. The Magician talks about speaking or being in front of others and being able to speak your mind, being heard. The Magician also talks about having this energy of mastery that goes along with you having the card for the Emperor, which the Emperor is about leadership. This one here talks about being on stage, being go time, feeling ready to go. And so with this in play, and if you look at these in the picture-in-picture, I wish I could show you. Maybe I'll take a picture and post it. I don't think you can in the timeline, but anyways, we have the Queen of Wands, which is becoming the image that you so wanted to be. Usually the Queen of Wands is the image that we want others to perceive us as, like as our Instagram, or whether we're put together before we're seen in public, or whether we lost weight or gained weight, or our relationship looks good. This is what things look like. So the Queen of Wands is all of this coming together energy. You're thinking, right, because this is your moon reading, you're thinking about how it is you can become more of the things that you want for yourself. And that's a lot of the theme of all of this. And ultimately, I do feel with the Fool card in the back row here, crossroads and opportunity, you've made some decisions, Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is that new beginning, right? You've made some decisions where you've already walked away from individuals, situations, environments that don't serve you, and you've taken some leadership here in the back end. Now, this is already in play. So now what you're going to see, Virgo, is a little bit of this settling of decisions. So these decisions that you've made, you've got to trust that you're on the right path. You've got to trust yourself implicitly, because also there's different kinds of energies coming in to shake us up, you know, other people's opinions, other people's needs. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. There is a little bit of energy going on with emotions, relationships, and love and lovers for Virgo. This isn't what was happening with Leo and Cancer. However, we see the 7 of Cups where we're overwhelmed by some love energy. We're trying to figure out the dynamics of it and how to move forward and direct ourselves in it, and feeling a little off center. But those are much easier to do in a one-on-one rather than a group session, because every love and situation for the zodiac sign can be different, especially seeing as how we've got so much more of a placement than just our sun or moon sign. I am going to pull a card from Divination of the Ancients for your oracle card for the week. And let's see what this has to say for you. You ready, Virgo? Here we go. Crystal ball. Virgo needs clarity. This is beautiful. So the one thing I'd like to say about getting clarity is, did you ask? One of the things that's been a recent manifestation in my meditation has been, well, you're not getting what you want, but have you asked for it? Have you asked for the thing that you say you need and want, and you're just waiting for it to show up without having put that action into the universe? So crystal ball, clarity. What are some other ways that you can get some clarity? You can have discussions with individuals and just get to the bottom of it, good, bad, and ugly. You can do some meditation, find your inner voice, start to meditate on what your subject matter is so that you can clear it. What I say about meditation and finding answers is this. Your subconscious mind has done all the math. It is present and working 24 hours a day. You can't shut it off. That's the great myth of, people who are new to meditation, is I can't shut my brain off. Guess what? You won't, you can't, you never will until the day you die. And even then, your brain probably fire even better because you're no longer encompassed by this 3D shell. But what's true is our subconscious mind has all of the information. Are we slowing down long enough to let it do the math and give us a calculation, or are we rushing it on to the next thing and wanting the full answer? So step by step, trust yourself, trust your subconscious, ask yourself the hard questions, get some clarity if you feel that's what you need before you move forward. Hopefully this was of service to you. I want to thank you for joining me today as I recommit to getting back in alignment with doing my YouTube channel and being here for you and giving this gift to you each week. And my goal is to get them all done before Friday so that we have them back on track.